Welcome to the podcast of School Beyond Limitations. In this podcast, you will learn how to guide your child through their school life with the intention to help them find their unique essence that will allow your daughter, your son to live a fulfilled and meaningful life. Are we failing our students by ignoring their well-being? My name is Dr. Martina. I'm the co-founder, CEO, and the designer of the school model of School Beyond Limitations. If you would like to see your child living a fulfilled and meaningful life, then this may be the channel for you. Are we failing our students by ignoring their well-being? I need to say, I think many times this happens, and I would like to share with you what I just recently learned. I learned that 25% in the Western world and in Germany also of young people, of teenagers, they have mental health issues. They have issues such as depression, panic attacks, eating disorders, and many more. And by going deeper into the reason why they are feeling the way they are feeling, and I'm talking about 25%, it's a quarter of all teenage people. It's a lot. And this is starting to develop at the age of 14 in the first place, so when they enter teenage stage. And it's really alarming in my view. It's so alarming that we need to do something about it. So the main reason for that was certainly the closures of the schools during COVID, where students didn't have any social contact, where they couldn't party, where they couldn't meet with one another, and they take this with them. They still suffer from them. On top of that, there is something that we are so performance orientated, and also within many mainstream schools. This is something that we just need to say, that the main aspect, the main focus in many, especially in high school and secondary school, is performance, is writing good grades, is studying, is repeating, is basically just throwing out what you actually not integrate into your being. It's just, it's this kind of bulimic learning. I'm bulimically learning just for the sake of writing the test. And afterwards, I don't know anything about it anymore. And what happens here, and I'm very, very bold about that, what happens here is that the student actually disconnects from themselves because they are doing it just for the sake of pleasing an expectation. Maybe it's their own expectation, but it's being conditioned by the environment that they are in. It's not connected with who they really are. It's not connecting with their well-being. Are they doing it and because it's coming from them intrinsically because they want to do that? If that's happening, and that certainly happens at times when I myself know I want to achieve a goal for a specific reason, then I'm also ready to go for that goal, even if it's not easy to achieve it, because I know I'm doing it for a specific reason, for a purpose, for there is meaning in what I'm doing. So I think we should be alarmed, all of us. And what I'm very sad about is that the educational authorities don't make the time to look into what's not going well within the settings. Instead, they are putting more pressure on parents and students alike, that they need to perform, that they need to undertake a specific route because the authorities think this is the right way forward. And I constantly exposed to such stories. When you hear that students, when they change educational system where there is space for their well-being and where they will feel seen and safe and secure, that they start opening up, that they start understanding that education is something else than just bulimic learning, that education is all about their own growth as a person, as an individual, and also as a collective. And I just can't understand that educational authorities still stick to what they think is the right thing for the students, instead of opening their eyes and saying, look, there's something wrong with our youth. There's something wrong with, it's not wrong with the youth. And that's the point. It's not wrong about the youth. It's not them. They are not wrong. They are completely right. It's wrong. The system is wrong. The system makes them feel sick. In COVID, schools were closed. And nobody thought which kind of impact this would have on children and teenagers. And now, why don't you open your eyes? Why don't you start seeing that it's the parents want to do the best for their children? And why don't you start seeing that we need to change something, that it's the parents' choice what is right for their child and what is not right for their child. They know their child in the most cases the best. Actually, if we help them also as educators, together with the parents, help the child just reconnect with themselves, then we just facilitate their growth. And that's what we are here for. And this is what we are doing in our context. This is what we are doing at School Beyond Limitations. And if you think this resonates with you, then please reach out to us. You find the website in the description. At School Beyond Limitations, we support our students find their unique essence. Feel free to share the content of this podcast with other parents. We are here to show that your children can indeed bring their unique essence into life. So, reach out to us if you think that this is what you'd like your daughter, your son to experience, or apply through our website. Also, leave your comments, your questions, or your review about the podcast. Share it with others. And, as you know, sharing is caring.